Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm G, aka Underwater Eyeballs, and I'm a cosplayer. And thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for clicking on my video and everything. So this is gonna be a little bit more of a serious one. It's not really cosplay or anime related, but don't worry, nothing bad happened. I'm good. Everything's fine. I just wanted to share a little personal life update with you. So if you didn't know, I'm trans. I identify as a trans-masc non-binary individual. My pronouns are they, he, and yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. So I came out as non-binary a few years ago, probably in 2021, very slowly at first. I might have even come out before that, honestly, to just like my very close friends. And then I slowly kind of made my rounds through family and the internet and all of that. And if you've been following me for a while, you know this already, but you get to hear it again. So I currently am not, I've made the decision not to take hormones for a couple of reasons. Most of them are health related, but I also just don't think that you need to be on hormones to be a trans person. And I know there's a lot of pressure in the trans community and outside the trans community for people to conform to that, to what they think a trans person is supposed to be. And that's just not my experience. Not everybody can afford to medically transition, and not everyone can afford hormones or wants to. That is the case for me. So I again, health issues, and also just, I've made the decision that it's not for me. That being said, the reason I'm making this video is because I have decided to get top surgery, and I'm very excited about it. And I kind of wanted to just take you through the process of where I'm at with that. So initially, when I reached out to my doctor, I was told that my doctor would be out of network and that I would have to pay 100% of my out of network deductible, which was $10,000. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't have $10,000 laying around. I was very crushed, and this came to me after I had made the decision. I got my WPATH letter. I did my new patient intake form. It was literally the day before my consultation when I found this out, and it was devastating. And so I pushed my consultation just because I was kind of unsure where to go at that point. And at the same time, Trump had just gotten inaugurated, and we all know how this administration feels about trans people. And I also live in Texas, and in Texas, they've been trying to criminalize a lot of different things regarding queer and trans people in the community. So I was really scared, and for a minute I kind of thought, I don't know if it's safe enough for me to do this. And I still am not sure if it's safe enough for me to do this. However, I'm not going to let them take my joy away. So I decided to keep the consultation on the schedule after I'd pushed it back, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And I'm happy to report that it went very, very well. I love my surgeon. I walked into her virtual office with a list of 22 questions, and she answered every single one of them for me very clearly and very concisely. And she was very patient, and she never made me feel, rushed or anything or invalidated. Genuinely was the best I've ever felt walking out of a doctor's appointment. So kudos to her. So after that, I waited about a week and then got my verification of benefits form. And this is where some things changed, because on that form, they attached a copy of my insurance policy with a section that has gender affirming care on it. And so I was like, oh shit, is it going to be covered? Because I was told initially that my doctor was out of network, and then this verification of benefits form was telling me that she was in network and that it was probably going to be covered. So I was like, huh? And so I took my correct CPT codes and I went to my insurance company and got into a live chat and bullied them for an hour. And it took me 2 different live chats with 2 different people before they finally told me that, yes, in fact, my doctor was in network and it will be covered by my in-network deductible. So because I have a high deductible health plan, it's still going to be a few $1,000s, still a lot of money. But because of the doctor being in network and also some stuff with my place of employment and how our insurance deal works, we're looking at about $3 to $4 grand now, which is much better than 10. So that brings me to this section where I put aside my pride for a moment and ask for help, which is something that I have a very hard time doing. I have the capitalism brain rot. It's instilled in here, but I'm trying to overcome that because at this point, I know, community is all we have. And so I am reaching out to all of you for a little bit of help today. And many of you following me already have already seen this. Initially, when I first found out, or when I first thought that it wasn't going to be covered by insurance, I made a GoFundMe, you know, just kind of explaining everything. So this video kind of serves as an update to that and a second request for contribution. So if you are able and willing to help or want to, that would be amazing. The link is in my profile. If you follow me anywhere else at Underwater Eyeballs, it's in all of my bios. You can find it everywhere. It would be so helpful. If you can't contribute or don't want to, that's also totally fine. It's completely optional. I know we're all struggling right now financially, so don't feel pressure. This is just a request from one little guy to another little guy, you know? So I'll put the thumbnail right here. I made this. I'm pretty proud of it. It's made it in Canva. That's my life update. If you watched all the way through, thank you. I'm really excited. My surgery date is October 10th, so I will have no more tits for Halloween. If all goes well. Right now, I'm going to leave the GoFundMe goal at the initial 10K just because 2 reasons. I don't know how to change it. And also just in case the prior authorization process doesn't go well and for some reason it ends up not being covered. And in that case, I might end up having to push the surgery and wait longer, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. So if you can't contribute, that would be amazing. It's also for like any hidden costs that might come up just because we all know that happens. Woo, American healthcare. Yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And again, if you're trans and you're struggling or, you know, trying to go through the same process, I see you, I hear you. The process is really difficult, but it's also so joyous. The thought of having no more chest fills me with like the most joy that I've like ever felt in my life. Genuinely, I'm so excited. I cannot say enough about how excited I am and how much I think this will improve my quality of life. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Be respectful, be nice. I will try to answer them. And if you're trans, I love you. I see you. Mwah. You're beautiful. No matter if you decide to medically transition or not, however you want to do transness is however you want to do it. And I see it and I love it. That's all for now. I don't really know how to sign off. So I'll just say I love you and I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you.